Hello and welcome to Optics Trade's YouTube channel. I'm going to review a handheld thermal monocular Night Pearl Scops 35 Max 2 today. This is a brand new 2020 product. Night Pearl is a company from Czech Republic, founded in 2000. It's a family-owned business focused in the production of night vision and thermal optics for hunting and law enforcement purposes. They have new headquarters since 2016 with modern equipment, and their philosophy is basically to offer high-quality devices for an affordable price. All the monoculars from the Scop series are OEM products. They completely disassemble them in the Night Pearl factory for a thorough quality check, and then at the end they reassemble them back again. The series has been around for some time, but Night Pearl is updating their models quite frequently. The Elite and Max 2 are the newest 2020 models, whereas the Pro and Max models are older. Some are from 2018, others from 2019. When you look at this monocular, you can immediately tell that it features an ergonomic shape. It can be comfortably used by both left-handed and right-handed users. The buttons are positioned well. We have 4 buttons for each of the fingers: index, middle, ring, and pinky. So intuitive placement. Then we have this rubber which is installed on the ocular. It adds to the comfort of viewing, especially if you're a glasses wearer. So I myself am not a glasses wearer, but several people who work in our company wear glasses, and they told me that this solution works great. So they have quite a few problems with some of the competitive devices, but they really like this solution. So good to know if you're a glasses wearer. The diopter adjustment is in form of a rotary knob here next to the ocular. It clicks when turned. The focusing knob is here on the objective. The device is made of shockproof plastic, and it is rubberized to provide a firm grip and to grant additional protection. Night Pearl did a drop test. They dropped it from 1.5 meters of height to a hard surface, and the device successfully passed the test, which tells us that this is really quality plastic that this device is made from, making it really robust and resilient. This is a heatsink here on the bottom. It protects the device from overheating when it's turned on. And in the center, there is a thread for mounting the device on a tripod adapter. This is especially useful if you plan on observing for a longer period of time at a certain location, or if you wish to maintain a steady image. For example, if you want to record a quality video. Here we have 2 ports, a micro USB port and a video out port. For the micro USB port is used for the means of charging and exporting data with the help of this USB cable that is included. You just connect it to an external power source such as a power bank, a computer, or simply this included power adapter, which you can use to charge it at home or anywhere else. The video out is here next to the micro USB port. This is the cable, so you can just simply connect it to a monitor, to an external monitor, if you wish to stream the image seen through the monocular on a monitor. A useful thing to have. The objective is covered with an objective lens cover made out of rubber, and it's connected to the housing with a rubber band, meaning that you will not lose it. But there is another thing that comes with it. So this basically, when you use it, it swings around in the air, which is a little bit annoying at start until you get used to it. The weight of the device is 400 grams, about average for this type of gadget actually. The distance, the length is 188 millimeters, and width and height are both at around 65 millimeters. Pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary for this type of device. What about the optical things or things associated with optics? Well, we have a lens that is 35 millimeters in diameter. The sensor that this device uses is of the vanadium oxide type. The resolution is 640 by 512. The image quality is really good. You can easily observe the smallest details. It is combined with a 12 micron pixel size, which further contributes to a detailed image. And another thing worth mentioning here is the NETD, so the noise equivalent temperature difference. This means it's under 50 millikelvins for this device here, basically meaning that it's capable of distinguishing between really small temperature differences. You will note this mostly when you're using the device in rain, fog, or during low temperatures. The refresh rate is 50 Hz, so you have a fluid image without any freezes, or even if you, observe a moving object, everything will be fluent. So 50 Hz is a great refresh rate to have. Then we have a display resolution of 1280 by 960 pixels. The display is of the LCOS type, so you can expect this device to work down to minus 10 degrees Celsius. So if you plan on using the device in extreme cold, an AMOLED display would be a better thing to consider. But most people do not hunt in temperatures more extreme as minus 10 degrees Celsius. Some, however, do. So this is also a thing to note. You can expect up to 6 hours of battery life on a single charge. It has an integrated battery, so there is no way to switch the battery if you run out of it, which means that it's useful to have an external power bank when you're in the field, or you plan on staying in the field for longer than, 5-6 hours, as you can replace the battery yourself. If you do wish to have the battery replaced, you'll have to contact the seller or Night Pearl, and because it can only be done in their factory. This device has a bigger field of view than its bigger counterpart, so the 50 Max 2 model, because this one has a smaller lens. The base magnification is 2.5 times, but you can increase it all the way to 10 times with 2 or 4 times digital zoom. The device is switched on by holding the power button for 3 seconds. There is a around 10 second startup time, which is quite long. You switch it off the same way by holding this button for 3 seconds. But if you accidentally leave it turned on, it will turn off automatically after 20 minutes to preserve battery life. A great function to have, because I think that it often does happen that you leave it on by mistake. You can also enter the standby mode when the device is turned on by short pressing the power button. In this mode, the display will turn off. It will provide additional cover from the nearby animals, and it will also save battery to extend its operating time. On top of that, if you want to get back from the standby mode to the normal mode, you press the button again, and this happens in a single second, really quickly. The color modes are warm black, warm white, warm red, pseudo color, and then we have another highlight mode. Detection is up to 2,500 meters. Of course, at this distance, you can only expect to see bigger objects, but heat is detectable at that distance with this device. And you can expect identification distance of, let's say, a wild boar size game up to 650 meters in optimal weather conditions, that is. The device features IP66 certification, so it's rainproof. You don't have to worry about using it in the rain. It won't damage the interior of the device. What about the features? I want to start this basically section of this review by mentioning a feature that is not yet released but will be on the market soon, and that is the Night Pearl Image Improver. I was told by Night Pearl that it will be available in these devices presumably from January 2021 onwards, and it is going to improve the image quality in the most demanding conditions when turned on in the menu. And it's a feature I'm really looking forward to see, because the image is even now really nice with the Max 2 models, which have a really sophisticated sensor. What about the features that are already on the device? So we have the picture-in-picture mode, which is useful for when you wish to have only a part of the image zoomed in, maintaining a wide field of view. Then we have a hotspot tracking. When you turn it on in the menu, a radical appears on the screen and it points towards the warmest object in the field of view. It really helps with detection of smaller objects especially. Then we have a distance estimation. If you, I don't know, are observing an object of the known size, for example, a human or pig or a rabbit, the device can calculate the distance to an object. But this is only an estimation, not an actual rangefinder. In the menu, you can also adjust brightness. You can adjust contrast, some other parameters to increase the user observing experience. You can switch from 2 calibration modes. The automatic is set by default. This basically means that the device will calibrate after a certain amount of time, or after the quality of the image is not sufficient. And this is when you will hear a short click, and basically the calibration noise is a little bit loud. It's not that loud, but it's not that quiet either. So at around 10 to 15 meters around yourself, it will be heard, but longer than that, you will not be heard. So I think this is an important thing to know. It is, however, done really quickly. The image freezes only for a fraction of a second. Another mode that we have here is manual mode. So if it's chosen, you'll just have the opportunity to calibrate the device by yourself by clicking one of these 4 buttons. I'm not sure which one. We also have the digital compass feature. Very interesting, not seen on many competitive devices. And of course, I also like all the multimedia capabilities. First, the fact that you can record videos and capture images. You can even connect it to a smartphone app called XI Pro. I have to mention here that Night Pearl is working on their own app, which is presumably going to be launched in 2021, same as the image improver function. With the app, which is now XI Pro, until the release of Night Pearl app, you can stream the image from the device to the phone, download photos and videos to the phone, you can adjust settings, and so on. What about the scope of delivery? Along with the thermal monocular, you get 2 cables, which I already showed to you earlier on, so the micro USB and the video out cable, the power adapter used for charging, then you get an ordinary transport case, and a soft fleece case. I recommend using this one if you tend to be a little bit clumsy, because this really features a thick layer of soft materials, fleece on the outside, cotton on the inside, and the device really is safe inside here. Even if you drop it from, I don't know, 1 meter, 1.5 meters, you shouldn't worry about anything breaking when you're transporting it. Then we also have the instruction manual here in Czech, in English and in German language. It is also available probably in your local language if you buy it from a local store. Then we have the box in which the device comes. Here is the device itself. Then we have a couple of cables and one of the cases inside of these boxes. Everything else is on top. And we have a layer of soft material also. So if you order this on the web, that it has some extra protection from impacts when delivered to your house. You get the 3-year warranty when you purchase it, and the price is around 3,000 euros with VAT included. Now, as is usual with all the Optics trade reviews, I want to go through the advantages and disadvantages and to sum up everything at the end. First, starting with the advantages, we cannot go past the superb image quality, which we can attribute to the sophisticated sensor with a resolution of 640 by 512 pixels and a pixel size of 12 microns. Also, the NATD of below 50 millikelvins is an important factor here, and the refresh rate of 50 Hz. Then we have an ergonomic shape, intuitive placement of buttons, ease of use by both right and left-handed users, even for longer periods of time. We have quite a lot of useful features such as hotspot tracking, digital compass. The rubber ocular is a great solution for glasses wearers. And one more thing that's important here is to note that Night Pearl is really a renowned manufacturer which has special equipment as well as trained personnel to quickly service every device of its brand. They even service similar devices of other brands that have no service in EU. So this is the first thing that's important. The service compartment in EU and the fact that you can rely on the manufacturer if something goes wrong. And this is one of the most important things, that when you're purchasing a device, you want to have some backup. You want to know that they're going to fix it, that someone is going to fix it for you if anything goes wrong. You get that with Night Pearl, definitely. The disadvantages. The biggest one, definitely the integrated battery. Even though you can charge the device in the field with a power bank, even during active usage, you will not be able to change the battery by yourself. It can only be done in the factory, so the power bank is the only solution to gain additional operating time in the field. Then the objective color solution, I don't like it as much. I think it could be done better. Then LCOS display is not as resilient as an AMOLED one. You will have some trouble if you are used to hunting or going out in extreme cold. -10 is the lowest temperature that this display can handle. And then of course the 10-second startup time, it takes a bit long, but if you go from normal mode to standby mode, you can return to the normal mode in less than 1 second by pressing the power button. If you're looking for a high quality thermal imaging monocular, you definitely shouldn't overlook the Scops Max 2 series. You can also check our other review on the 50 model. If you check this out, you will definitely be astonished by the image quality that it provides. I'm also looking forward for the image improver function, which will probably be ready somewhere in January 2021, as well as the Night Pearl smartphone app. The image is really great even now, and with the image improver I think that everything is going to be on a whole new level, and we are all really looking forward to that. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any additional questions, drop a comment down below in the comment section, leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time. Goodbye.